Hello, this is Mark. I work at one of the Apple retail store. You might wonder why did I pick these types of topics for our videos, because it's none of my business because I work for Apple. But the thing is, I've been reading many articles. I gotta read like CNN, text, New York Times every day, and my eyes got caught up with any of these Kindles and Nooks and everything, and I found some things that might be valuable for you. Okay, so the thing is, if you might be the one that want to execute the final decisions to buy whether it's the Nook tablet or the Kindle Fires, I think you might find this video is quite useful. First, you have to understand one thing, that there's a misunderstanding or misconception. Many people started Samsung Galaxy, and Samsung claims that if you buy the Samsung Galaxy, you can access to more than 240,000 Android apps. And then you might think, well, if you buy the Nook tablets or the Kindle Fire, you might get access to any of these 240,000 apps. It's not true. Let me get to the point. First, the Nook tablet might be better than the Kindle Fire because, first, it's good for reading experience. If you want to buy an e-book reader, the Nook tablet is better because the Nook tablet has a better screen. The screen gives you less reflective, and it provides even more options to adjust the text and everything for the reading experience. But the point is, both of them, with the Nook tablets or the Kindle Fires, are not very good, are not an ideal e-book reader because they have 7-inch screen only. So the screen is only 7 inches, so it's too small. I'm not saying the iPad is better, but well, I think I know what I'm talking about because I gotta read ebooks every day. So the thing is, 7 inches is too small for your eyesight. So if you're an adult, or if you're in your early 40 or 50, Nook tablet or even Kindle Fires may not be the right choice for you. And I would suggest the iPad 2 with the anti-glare films. And secondly, so firstly, if you want to buy an e-book reader, Nook tablet is the winner. It's better. Apart from e-book reader, let's say, but if you need a web browser, but you have to understand one thing, that the point is, even though you need a web browser, but I don't think it's practical because both Nook tablets and the Kindle Fires, they don't have 3G, they don't have camera. So the thing is, you need Wi-Fi only to get to the internet. Therefore, you might have to be at the school, in your office, or somewhere else with the Wi-Fi connectivity. So the point is, I would suggest the iPad 2 3G. Okay. Some might say things like, well, Mark, I don't care because I already have a phone that can generate Wi-Fi hotspot. That's good for you. So it's fine. But if you don't have anything right now, and you might think, well, I need one phone and I need Kindle Android tablets or the Nook tablets, I would suggest you buy a cheap phone and buy the iPad 2 3G or wait for the iPad 3. For Wi-Fi's internet web browsing experience, the Kindle is better than the Nook because it has a very fast browser, but still slower than Safari, which is called the Amazon Sales web browser. It's called Amazon Sales web browser. So with the Amazon Sales web browser, of course the Kindle is better than Nook. Okay, so for reading experience, Nook is better. For web browsing experience, the Kindle is better. For emails, Nook is slightly better, but Kindle is also good because it's universal. What about the content and the apps? Let me go deeper into the detail, but first, don't forget about something. If you are my best friend and you don't have enough money to buy the iPad, and if you are so keen to get a tablet, I would suggest the Nook because it's a better value. Kindle gives you only 8 GB of storage, but Nook, it gives you 16 GB of storage. If you are my best friend, firstly I have to ask you one question. How do you plan on using this tablet? Why do you need this tablet for? If you need an e-book reader, think they're too small for you. If you need a web browsers, or if you need to check your emails on the road, both of them don't support. Don't get me wrong. You might say, Mark, because you work for Apple, the thing that you're saying is you want to sell iPad 2 or iPad 3. No. Nobody pays me to do it. Please kindly see my sale. See me as your best friend, your consultant. I would suggest the Nook tablet because I like the hardware. It looks better. It gives you 16 gigabytes. And the thing is, Nook tablets gives you 1 gigabyte of RAM. If you are an existing iPad 1 owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. RAM is very important. If you have jailbroken your iPad and you gotta see on top of the screen, you see the RAM, you gotta keep looking at the figure all the time, how many RAM you got left. So you gotta keep looking that, okay? So RAM is very important. Without the RAM, you can't do a thing. So Nook tablet gives you more RAM, up to 1 gigabyte, but for the Kindle Fire you get 512. They have exactly the same processor, dual core, 1 gigahertz, same as the iPad, but Nook gives you more RAM, and Nook gives you the abilities to add the capacity inside. But let's go deeper. Probably Nook is not for you. Let's say about the content. Of course, Apple created the iTunes stores, and then Amazon tried to mimic by producing the Amazon store. So they provide many merchandise, like let's say movie, like videos, music, books. It's called Amazon Online Store. You buy a tablet and you need to get to any of those content. Amazon is slightly better if you like to buy books or like music. Well, I'm going to get deeper into each details carefully. If you buy Amazon, you like to buy, let's say, a movie. Okay, you get a very good place, which is Amazon movie store, online store, but for Nook doesn't have its own movie store. But some might say things like, well, I don't give a shit because I like to download BitTorrent. You can go to ISO Hunt, Torrent House, or Pirate Bay to download BitTorrent. Don't need a place. What about books? I think they are pretty much the same. Amazon got a very good bookstore, and also Nook tablet has a very good bookstore. And but the thing is, the Nook doesn't have a movie store and also music store, but Nook's tablet comes preloaded with many useful native applications like the Hulu Plus, Netflix, Pandora's, any of those apps. These apps come like set of native application for streaming experience. So that if you want to buy like movie online or something, but you get 8 gigs of storage. Okay, so you gotta listen to me carefully. You might have to watch this video again. It doesn't mean I need more view for my video, but you gotta really think about that. So what kinds of lifestyle you need? What exactly do you want to do with this? Because many people came into the store, my Mac store, and they asked about this tablet. They saw their friends use Samsungs or Motorola Zooms or BlackBerry Playbooks. And so lastly, now you know about the difference about web browser. You know the difference about being an ebook reader. You know the difference about the place you can buy content. What about the application? You got to understand one thing, that you want to buy the Nook tablet and Amazon Kindle Fires, you have to make a decision between quantity and quality. Okay, let me get this point. I've been playing around with these two and I found very significant difference between the two. First, for Nook tablet now, it supports up to only 1,000 Android apps. But the thing is, these apps were specifically tailored to fit the Nook 7-inch screen because Nook engineer has been working with those app developers. What about Amazon? Amazon promised on its ads it supports up to 8,500 apps in the world, but when I tried playing around with any of these apps, I found that these apps got bloated. It's like they were blown up on the screen. It's like they were adapted from any of those Android phones app. The Kindle Fire supports more apps, but those apps will not perfectly fit. But for the Nook, those 1,000 apps were well adapted to fit a 7-inch screen. So you have to choose. If you want quality, you gotta go for Nook. You need quantity, you go for the Kindle Fires. And lastly, so you know about the apps, you know it's about everything, but for me personally, I really got to tell you something, that if you need something that really lasts, something that consistent, something that's gonna last very long, I would suggest the iPad 3 You wait a bit longer, probably March 2012, you buy the iPad 3. Don't get mad at me, but I see you as my friend. You get camera, and you get 3G capabilities. You can, you know, my motto, my opinion is, if you can't buy anything good, don't buy anything. Because if you buy a piece of trash today, within a couple of weeks or month, it will become a paperweight. So now you know the answer between Nook's tablets and Kindle Fires. The verdict is the iPad 3. Thanks for watching.